when we're talking about this in your question, it's kind of led. You almost hit to it. And we didn't get to talk about really the defensive tackles, although I did say the play in front of those guys last year was pretty poor. Without having a true nose tackle anymore, without having DJ Reader tying up 2 offensive linemen, 2 gap in the way he can, right? Just controlling the point of attack in the line of scrimmage. You may need that thumper. So this is less about a tone setter at safety or Trey Hendrickson blacking out or Cam Taylor-Britt being a good tackler and a yapper. This is more about actually going one-on-one with offensive linemen, because you may have to deal with that a little bit more at linebacker now because you don't have that big guy up front. And the Bengals played a lot of 3-4 defense type, the last couple of years, especially with Reader. If they want to say, all right, now with Rankins and with BJ Hill, maybe we'll go to a more even front. But still, I still think they'll do a lot of odd fronts. And if they do, these linebackers are going to deal with linemen much more. And if that's the case, that's when you're like, hey, we need that thumper. If you remember why they needed Burfict, they were getting a little soft on defense. It wasn't just the mentality. It was also the physicality. They needed that in the middle. And I'm not sure the Bengals have a guy they can turn to that's going to want to do that. That's hungry. Probably a guy that's on a rookie contract. These guys are paid. I mean, congratulations for getting paid. But sometimes you're not going to take that fullback on. You're not going to take that center on head on in the second level. They may need to be looking at someone in the draft coming up.
Which is strange because both linebackers are 250, in a league where a lot of guys are bordering that 230, 235, 225, and even some of the slider guys, it becomes a passing league and coverage gets valued more than the traditional run stopper, just like nose tackle. But you're right. If you don't have that nose tackle that frees you up so many other places that can compensate for that lack, I mean, it may be something that they need to look at more is, hey, we might need to trend toward a skill set that can be run first and then we can work on passing after.
I actually love that point that you brought up just now.
I have a few good ones every once in a while.
Sort of how the linebackers are 250, whatever the case may be. I think understanding maybe their tendencies and why they are the way that they have certain characteristics, kind of going back to their earlier days. Remember, Germaine Pratt was a safety. Right? He wasn't. He's not your traditional linebacker. He didn't go. Was
he originally a running back commit or like an athlete commit with a running back, and then he switched to safety?
I'm pretty sure he was that, and he was a safety and linebacker. I know Bill Belichick loved him, and the Patriots were pretty pissed when the Bengals got him. But I think Logan Wilson. I'm not positive, but I think Logan Wilson might have played a little safety too, or. I got to definitely check on that, but I think that kind of would explain the MO versus having your traditional linebacker. But I think the league is transitioning to that. They want guys that can cover, because the fact of the matter is, just think about the guy who I just raved about, Mike Gesicki, right? You can rave about insert any athletic freak tight end. The league is still trying to figure out how to stop that position. If you have a very good tight end, it's the reason why guys like Kyle Pitts get drafted at 5th overall, right? If you have a very good tight end, it's like, damn, you might have a cheat code. You might have a guy that we need to try to figure out how to stop. And I think that's why you see the league going towards these tweener safeties and moving guys to linebacker, guys that have that true coverage ability. And even though they don't have the answer to stop these freakish tight ends, I'm excited.